So what you're going to want to do is wet down the panel that you're going to be working on. So I'm going to go ahead and take my garden hose here now. I'm going to wet down the back door of my car, and I'm going to go at it with the 2000 grit sandpaper. And what is going to generally happen here is that you're going to get a very dull matte finish, just like this here. Now one might think to yourself, well, okay, I just screwed up my paint job, didn't I? No. This is normal. This is what you want. You want all the shiny specks gone, or at least minimized as much as possible, because if you have these specks, these shiny specks here in your paint still, these are high spots. And what this will do is, this is orange peel. So you want to get rid of this and have this panel as much of a matte finish as much as possible. Then what you're going to do afterwards, after you've done wet sanding, you're going to take yourself a bonnet, typical like this guy here, attach it to your polisher. And what you're going to take then is some compound. Either McGuire's compound is my personal preference. And what you're going to do is you're going to apply your compound to the panel, and then you're going to buff a shine into the panel using this bonnet. These bonnets are very expensive, mind you. This bonnet cost me $28. So, like I say, if you paint a lot of vehicles like I do, or if you have like I say, like if you have a lot of vehicles, I would not recommend doing any more than 2 vehicles with this bonnet. I had a bonnet before. I did my 85 Caprice in it. I did another guy's half-ton pickup truck, and I did my aunt's hood on her Dodge Caravan. Like I say, I've had it for about 2 years, and it's been in use on various vehicles. So, like I say, if you have a bonnet like that and it's been in high demand and high use, you might want to go ahead and buy a new one, because after a while you could potentially get swirl marks and scratches in your paint. So this is a brand new bonnet. My old bonnet was about 2 years old. Chuck it. You've got your money out of it. Get rid of it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start wet sanding our back panel here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start wet sanding this rear quarter panel here. Like I say, just take your block with your 2000 grit sandpaper. 1500 is even not bad. If you want to go that way, you'll get it done a little faster. Me personally, I'm always worried about burning through. Nothing's worse than actually burning through your clear coat and into your paint. And all of a sudden you look on your block, or you look in your bucket and all of a sudden your water is blue, or whatever color your car is. Not good. So, just going to take my block. This is 2000 grit sandpaper. This is, like I say, taking the easy, take your time way of things. I'm not rushing into it. I'm just taking my time. This normally would take you a day, okay? Especially a car of this magnitude. A smaller vehicle like maybe a Honda Civic that's over there might only take you an afternoon. Hard to say. It really depends on how bad your orange peel is. This isn't bad. As you can see, this panel is in fact actually has a very nice high gloss shine to it. The problem is it kind of has a rough feel to it. But like I say, it's not bad. If you actually wax this, you might have a hard time buffing the wax out after application. But like I say, it has orange peel in it. It's got a very shadow effect to it, and I'm trying to minimize that. Okay, so now we have a section of our panel that has a very dull finish to it, but as you can see, it does have some high spots still, these shiny specks all in along here. Well, that's our orange peel. We want to have this as smooth as possible, like right here in the center here. That's perfect. That is picture perfect right there. Once I buff that, I know that I'll have a nice shine to it, and it'll look absolutely flawless. Now you got to remember, even after you wet sand this and you have a nice flat matte finish like this, and if you buff it and you still have a bit of orange peel, you can't do anything about it. You can't, because more than likely it is the texture of your steel. I've noticed personally with the Chevy Caprice on the hood and the trunk lid, is that the texture of the steel, it's going to have orange peel in it, but with the panel here and of the doors, you can actually get a very nice shine, a very nice smooth flat finish. You can actually take your Sunday paper and actually hold it against the paint and read it. Okay, kind of like here. Like we can take our block, for example, we can hold it up to the paint, we can kind of read what it says, but like I say, we can aim for a perfection flat finish like that. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to achieve it.